Hello. So, guys, today we'll be doing our questions on tuples. So, we'll be moving ahead and doing some questions on tuples. So, as we have already done questions on other data structures such as lists, we have done 20 questions on lists, 20 questions on strings, and 20 questions on dictionary. So, we have done overall a set of 20 into 3, that is 60 questions already. That are just basic questions to build up the logical thinking, and then we only have tuples and sets left. So we'll start with tuples today. So first of all, it's saying create a tuple of 5 numbers. To create a tuple of 5 numbers, we'll take just a variable tup and we'll just make tuples of 5 numbers. So this is how it will work. We'll just do it in VS Code quickly. So we are going to be doing questions on tuples now. So creating tuples with 5 integers. We'll just take a variable tup and we'll just take 5 integers. This is how you make a tuple. We'll just print type of tuple2 and we'll just print the tuple. So now you have to find the print each element using a loop. So we'll be using a loop to print each element in the tuple. So we'll just do for I in tuple, and then we'll do just print I. It will print all the elements in a tuple. Now it's saying to find the length of a tuple. To find the length of a tuple, you just write len of tuple, then it will print the length of the tuple. So it's printing length of a tuple. We'll just we have the length of the tuple. Now next question is find the largest element in the tuple. So to find the largest element in a tuple, we'll just write max of tuple. We'll just write the largest element in the tuple is max of where the largest element in the tuple is 5. And if we update the tuple, the largest element will be 123. And now there is another method to find the maximum element in the tuple. We'll just take a variable max and we'll store, no, sorry, in the tuple we can't do this because tuple is non-iterable. Or is it? We'll just check it. We'll just say print up 0. It's iterable, so we can use that method. So we can just take a variable max and put the value of first index as maximum. Then we'll iterate for I in up and we'll write if uh, I is greater than max, then we'll say max equals to I. If we write this code, then it should work quite fine. So we were doing for I in up. We'll have to take one max element and then we'll be assigning the value of the 0th index. I mean, you can assign it with any index because 0th index is fine. Now we'll just write if I is greater than max, then just then you will have to put value of max as I. Now I'll just print the same thing, but I'll just use the variable max. See, it just prints the same thing. Here we can just write using for loop. Now we have next question. Find the smallest element. We'll just use min up and we'll get the minimum element and we can just change the symbol over here to less than and change the variable name to min. Then we can just get the minimum number 2. Like in the same program, we can just write min equals to max for once. Now we'll just write if I is less than min, min equals to I. Here we can write the smallest element is min. Right. So next question. Next question is find the sum of all elements. So we can just use the method sum up or use for loop. There are two methods to solve everything because Python is many methods. So we'll just do it via both. The sum of all the elements in the tuple is sum of tuple. Right, or we can do just one thing. We can assign sum as 0, and we can just use for I in tup sum plus equals to I print. We'll just print the same thing. Here we can just write again using for loop. I guess this won't work here, would it? Um, yeah, now it's working. It was giving error because I also gave a variable name sum after declaring the sum method. So after you declare sum as a method and then sum as a variable will be taken in course of action because Python is an interpreter and interprets the code line by line, and this line is coming after this line. So sum equals to 0 will be taken as priority. Now count even number and odd numbers and then search for an element. So everything here written here is two methods to everything written here is two methods to solve itself. So first method is obviously using methods in Python, and second method is for loop. So in Python we have many methods. So first way to solve the question will be methods only, and second way will be using loops. Mostly for loops are preferred because they are easy to use. Now we'll just find the largest and smallest element. We'll just write, we have done this, right? Even and odd numbers count. So we'll just do even, odd. We'll just write for I in tuple if I and 1 equals to 0, then we'll write equals to 0, then we'll write even plus equals to 1, else odd plus equals to 1. Print the count of even numbers is even and the count of odd number is odd. So there are two even numbers and four odd numbers. We'll just count 2 and 4 are even and others are odd. So total 6 elements. Search for an element. So again there are two methods. First we'll write using in method. Suppose you want to find, we'll write one in tup. This is easy method. But using logic for how this in method work, we'll see here for I in range, whatever the length is, and then if I equals to whatever that element is, suppose say t, then we'll say count and break. Let's do, let's say target is 5. Uh, so let if target in tuple, then we'll say print element found. So what is the benefit of using for loop here? So if you are using for loop, you can also find the index of the element, but here you can't find the index of the element. So such as if I say for I in tup, if I equals to tup, I equals to target, let's say print element found at index I element. We can also type the element. We'll say tup of I, and we'll just have to do range len of tuple. So, and here you have to do tup. So this way you can also find the index. Applied f. So element 5 found at index 4. Right. So this is the benefit of using for loop. Now we have question number C. Now we have to find the number of occurrences. So search for element is done. Now counting occurrences. So we can just say count C plus equals to 1, and we'll just assign C equals to 0. So print total occurrences of target are C. So there is only one occurrence. So let's say I just add a few more. And there are 2 commas. Okay. So it will also tell at which indexes we found, and last index was index 8, and there are 5 occurrences of the number 5 in that tuple. Now it's saying find the index of an element. Just this is because we have already done it. Using this method you can obviously find the index of the element. Now we have to convert tuple into a list. Now to convert, we usually saying tuple into a list. So we have to convert to a list. Then we'll write the tuple variable name here. It will convert it into a list. So we'll say L list to, sorry, tuple to list. Tuple So we can write TTL and we give this right list of tuple and we just print type of TTL. It will give classes list. So we have converted it into a list. Now it's saying convert a list into a tuple. Now we are doing reverse. So let's convert the same TTL into a tuple. We'll just write TTL here. I'll just print type of TTL. It will now show tuple because we have converted into a tuple. We are concatenating two tuples. Concatenating means adding two tuples. So we can just say we can just write tuple tup2 tup1 and we'll just write few random values. Let's say 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. We'll just write tuple2 and just concatenate tuple1 and tuple. So we'll just print tuple2. So here we have concatenated two tuples. This is known as concatenation. Concatenation of two tuples. I'm saying slice a tuple and reverse a tuple. So slicing, we already know. We have to write variable name, then with brackets, then there will be two colons. This is for start of slice. This is end of slice, not included obviously. And this is step. How many you want to skip? So we'll just print up to slices it in, let's say 5, and we'll just print it. So it will slice first 5 elements and rest of it will be sliced. And then it's saying reverse. So just to reverse, have to print yes -1, and here it will reverse the entire tuple. Now find the second largest element. Now to find the second largest element, there are two things we can do. First of all, we can sort the array and we can just print the first index. So we'll sort. Let's say tuple2 is now sorted tuple. So we have sorted the tuple. So we'll just write print the second largest element tup2. Second largest element is in index 1. Sorry, I'll also have to reverse comma reverse equals to 2. Next question we'll be doing is on sets only. So last question we did was the second largest element. That is done. Now we have to do remove duplicates by converting tuple into a set. Now for doing that, we'll just easily write, suppose a tuple. We'll write the entities and we'll just write tuple equals to set of tuples, and then we'll just do print. So we'll just convert into a set, then we'll print it. So here is the set with no duplicate elements. So now next question is to unpack the tuple into variables, and then we have to store student details in tuple and display them. So for unpacking a tuple into variable, uh, so suppose we have a tuple. Then we can just write n1, n2, n3, n4, n5 equals to tup, and all of these values will be stored as follows. Let's try it in VS Code. Here we have all the separated values. So we are just unpacking the tuple into variables. It's saying store student details in a tuple and display them. Let's store student. Let's suppose we are storing marks. Suppose we are storing student names. So here we have stored student name and student marks. So we can just use for loop now. Then we'll just print. We'll just write F in the beginning. So the name is, so here we can store the student name, and we can also store the marks scored by that particular student, and it won't be changed because it's in a tuple. Now, next few questions in the lectures coming up ahead will be on sets, obviously, because that's all that there's left in the data structures, and questions about the data structures are already done. Only 20 more questions are left. After that, we'll be done with 100 questions. That's a lot on data structures and data structures. Uh, and these are basic questions, I'd say, um, easy to moderate level. And moderate questions are only a few of them. Like these questions, last three questions in every sets are medium or moderate level questions. So that's it, and thank you.